Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, today is Monday. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog where I let you guys know in a vlog sort of style what I got up to with my reading or with anything that's in my personal life, whether it's with gaming, TV shows, movies, what I get up to behind the camera, which you guys seem to really enjoy. I had a massive load of people like requests for this video to be done, and so I've kept up with it, and you should really applaud me because it's a lot of effort to try and remember to film and stuff. Like today, this is the only chance I've had today because I went straight from Ben's this morning to go straight to work, and I worked a long day shift which is 8 AM to 8 PM, so I've not long been home. It's around like 9:30 at the moment, so I'm just unwinding, which is really cool. So yeah, like I say, just had work today and I was in pain at work today. I was given Cocodamol because of my sore arms, and then I've done something to my back. It feels like I've either pulled it or I've got like trapped wind somewhere like in my back. And yeah, you can get trapped wind all around your body because I've had it in my ribs, I've had it like in my arms, like you can literally get it around your body. So it feels like it's that because I've drunk a gassy drink tonight, and every time I've sort of like burped, it feels like something's been released like in my body. So I'm hoping that that is what the reason is. So my stomach is making like the most strangest noises. So I've come home to my flat today, and as soon as I got home I was like, I must tidy everything away, like literally adult thoughts and feelings. So I tidied everything away out of my bags, put my phone straight on charge because I had like 5% left, and then I went and took the washing down off the washing line just there. Some of it still isn't quite dry yet because it was a lot to be dried. Like I literally had like my bed sheets that I washed the other day covering most of the washing. I'm sorry, I keep burping. So I did all of that. I made myself my peppermint tea and I used half a cider, so I poured that. So yeah, that's all I've literally done. And then I just put on Netflix because I was like, oh, I'm gonna unwind because it's been a long day at work. Because today at work I drove one service user. I drove 3 hours in total. No, sorry, first getting there was 2, so it's like 3.5 hours for one of them. And then I had a little break, and then I had to book one of the company cars in to be fixed. Did that, and then as soon as I did that I went and drove off another one for, it would have been like an hour in total. So altogether guys, I've driven for like 4.5 hours, so I feel exhausted. Now if I'd taken Cocodamol today I wouldn't have been able to drive all of that because Cocodamol makes me fall asleep. Even now I've had 2 just as soon as I've got home, and I feel like I'm falling asleep. I'm feeling really tired, but that could also be a mixture of really long hard day of work. So yeah, that was literally my shift. And then I got home sometime a little bit just after 7, and I did my observation notes on all the service users that I was allocated to, and then I did the mileage sheets because I had to go into each and every one of the company cars, and there's like 4 in total, and had to go in all of them, take out the mileage sheets. Basically we have to, when we drive to and from somewhere, we just have to write like what the mileometer says at the start and then what it says at the end, and like the description of like why we're driving. They just want to see like where the diesel's going, because we have the All-Star cards which pay for the diesel, so it's just kind of like us proving to it where the mileage is going. So I have to take the last month's previous mileage sheets out as well as the fuel receipts out and file them away. So I'm in charge of doing that job. So basically I'm in charge of the cars, so I'm in charge of the mileage sheets every month and making sure those are all sorted and new ones are put in. And then I'm also in charge of booking any cars in for repairs, and then I'm also in charge of making sure the cars kept clean. I had to do a really awkward thing today, and because the cars were cleaned on Sunday I had to go up to a member of staff and be like, there was rubbish in this car, to do it again. And they were like, oh, this thing happened. I was like, you got the whole day to do it. Like, honestly, as long as it gets done by the end of your shift, then it's fine. And if you don't have time, then just tell the person in charge and they'll find someone else that can do it. Like, I'm not going to be a pain in the arse about it. It's just, it's my job to keep it done, and I can't like cover for people or anything and be like, don't worry, it's fine, I'll just chuck the rubbish out like every time, because they'll just get away with it every time. So I was just like, I don't want to have to say this, but just be vigilant, because it's less work for me, and if we all help each other, then you know. So, and they were like, oh yeah, sorry, and I'm just like, so behave yourselves, or I'm telling McDonald's, you know, making it into a sort of joke thing. So yeah, there was that happened, and then I came home. So there we are, and here we are here. So I'm gonna continue unwinding, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow, letting you guys know my plan for the day of Tuesday, because I've got tomorrow off. Yes, I need a day off already. I know I've just gone back in one day of 12-hour shift, but with all the driving and the pain that I'm in, I think I need it. And also I need tomorrow to get these videos done, otherwise I won't have time. So I'm back in work on Wednesday on a sleep shift, and I think Thursday I'm on a 2:10 shift. But anyway, that's just giving you the gist of what this week is going to be like. So I will speak to you guys tomorrow with tomorrow's plans. So I'll see you guys then. Guys, I'm not even joking, but Netflix have uploaded season 5 of the originals. It's like they knew that I wanted it. Can you believe that? That is awesome. I just sat here, I'm updating my diary. I've got some grapes, I've just had some peppermint tea, and I've got half of a cider bottle because I'm unwinding from work. But I have incredible back pain at the moment. I've taken some cocodamol, and in fact I've taken 2 tablets of it, so it's going to make me drowsy soon, and I need to edit loads of videos tomorrow. So I'm going to try and edit a really small one tonight to save some time, and then I've got probably 3 others to edit and upload tomorrow. But here's my flat. As you can see, I had a little tidy when I got home. I've redone my bookshelf actually. So as you can see, these 2 shelves consist of my TBR. So we've got my review books here, and this is like my main TBR, and these are Emoji-a-thon books. This book on the end is my Read Like a Kit Kat book choice. So yes, I've redone the bookshelf there. Tidied up the kitchen when I got back as well, so that's all done and tidied, which is all cool. So yes, it's nice to be back home, and it's nice to unwind after a long day of work. I'm so glad I have tomorrow off, because I really honestly need it.
Hey guys, so today is Tuesday, and I'm just here to quickly update you on everything that I've done so far today, because you guys saw what happened yesterday. I knew enough, just fell asleep straight away after editing one of my videos last night, which was my Read Like a Kit Kat book announcement, which I publicly uploaded today, so that one is live. And so far today I've also edited and uploaded my August book haul, so that is scheduled to go tomorrow, so that's really good. I've not long finished editing my weekly reading vlog from last week, so that's currently being uploaded. It's over an hour long again, but it's not as long as that hour-and-a-half one, which is like film length. But this one I spoke a lot, and yeah, quite a few bits sort of like happened last week. So it's like, I think it's like an hour and 5 minutes or something silly like that. But you guys seem to enjoy the long ones, so I'm not so worried about length these days. That sounds really bad, but like, yeah, I'm not so bad, like, because I like watching long book hauls, or like long wrap-ups, or like long TBRs. Like, I really enjoy watching the long ones myself. So this conversation isn't getting any better anyway. So that is literally all I've pretty much done today. I am debating whether to have a bath, and I'm leaning more towards having a bath. I've already had some lunch. I had some vegetable soup. I think it was like chicken and vegetable soup, so I had that for lunch. So I'm thinking of getting myself like a cold drink and then just having like an hour soak in the bath just to relax. Like I really just want to relax today. So I've got a bath bomb which I purchased the other day when I went in to post that book. So I've got a bath bomb, and I normally try and have like 1 or 2 baths a month. I just try and save myself up for them, like every 2 weeks sort of thing. So I think last month I had like 1 bath, which, you know, it feels really good to just sort of have that bath just for 1 hour, just soak, and then do a little bit of reading and then just soak. So just while this video produces into a file and whilst it uploads to YouTube, it's going to take a while, it's going to take a few hours. So I just thought I would settle myself down into the bath and read for an hour. So currently, because I've also done a little bit of reading this morning as well, but only a little bit, I'm currently on page 301. So I've got this amount left, and I can tell you in this version of the book there are 400 and wait for it, I can't turn the page, 424 pages, so I've literally got like 123 pages. I could easily blitz through this book and finish it today, which is what I would like to do. And I'm just sort of already looking at what I want to read after this. Like, I always get like that. I'm just sort of, when I have like 100 or so pages left of the book, I'm just like, oh, what am I going to read after this? And I'm sort of leaning towards finishing another one of my books that I'm sort of in the middle of reading. Either that or starting my book club book read, which is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I'm very, very freaking excited to start reading that book. So I might start with a fresh book, and then I could always, after Children of Blood and Bone, go on to finishing another book that I'm currently in the middle of reading. But I wanted to use Children of Blood and Bone as my freebie book for the Emoji-thon, because I knew that I was like, I'm going to leave it until the readathon, until I decide what book to use, and until I sort of was like, hey, I'm starting my book club again. That book is the perfect book to use as the freebie. And then I've still got the challenge of reading an audiobook and listening to it. So I'm thinking of listening to a celebrity memoir sort of book, because I've also got that as a challenge to read or listen to one of those as one of my challenges for the month. So I was thinking of doing the audiobook challenge for that, and that's like another emoji crossed off. So anyway, these are just thoughts, because I could always listen to it whilst I'm in the bath. That's the thinking. So really my target for today is just to relax. That's literally all I want to do. So I just want to go in the bath, relax, read for an hour, / listen to an audiobook for an hour. After my bath, I'm thinking of possibly playing a video game, because I'll be all clean, I'll be refreshed, I'll be relaxed, I'll be detoxed and sort of thing. So I'll see where I am with that, and I'll either do some more reading or I'll play my video game. I haven't played any video games since like sometime last week. I think it was like Wednesday or something. I don't know, something silly like that. So I would like to play just a little bit, I just want to play a little bit. And then I need to read these magazines, guys, because these are August magazines. So I've literally got 3 here that I need to read, and one is just like a mini magazine. It's just some games that are coming out pretty soon. And then these are literally like the Xbox and the PlayStation magazines for August, because the October ones have already been published. So I've literally got September's and October's to read as well. So I'm really behind in my magazines, but I do really want to read these because I love reading these sort of magazines. So I just want to get cracking with these. So I might read these in the bath as well and just see how I go. I'm going to take them with me in the bath anyway, and I'll take Children of Blood and Bone with me as well. So yeah, and that is literally the plan up for today. That's all I want to do. So I'm sorry if I look really gross at the moment, but that is simply because I am in need of a clean, and that will be in the bath. And I've already got like, because when I'm in the bath I get so hot that my hair and my face just gets like so wet and stuff. So like what I've done is I've just kind of like tied a little bit of my hair up here, and I'm using the hairband to hold my hair back so that I'm ready in the bath, and then I'll wash my hair and stuff whilst I'm in the bath. So that's honestly the plan for today. So I will see you guys soon, and we will go from there.
It's time for Final Fantasy 15. I got my grapes. I got a tiny little bit of cider left and some tea. But I am ready for this game.
Hey guys, so today is Wednesday, and I'm just gonna very quickly sort of update you on everything that's happened so far up to now. So I played some more Final Fantasy 15 last night, and then I watched an episode of the originals, and then I updated my diary, and then I came in here, and my weekly reading vlog from last week was still uploading to YouTube. So I just sort of like unplugged the battery for a bit because it's an internal battery, and then I let it drain for quite a bit, and then I plugged it in and I just let it do throughout the night. And then there's a really great selection on the video editor where if you select it, it literally will just shut your laptop off as soon as it's done the video. So it will do that like whilst I'm sleeping. And then I remember waking up during the middle of the night and the laptop had finished, and so I just switched the power source off, and then I went to sleep again. I remember waking up at some point this morning around 7 o'clock to a message from Ben saying, "Hi, are you asleep?" And then I just remember looking at it and then being like, yes, and I'm going back to sleep, but I didn't reply. And I didn't like, you know, it was just a notification that just appeared on my phone, so I didn't like read it or anything. And then I woke up a couple of hours later, and then I replied to it, and I was like, yeah, sorry, I was like asleep, like kind of like a half asleep sort of thing. And he said that he hadn't really slept, and I was like, great, great. I think he's fallen asleep now. And we were talking about like animal abuse in the UK and just all these stories of people. Like there was this woman that poured bleach into her boyfriend's fish tank, so she poured it over like 30 fish in this fish tank, all because she was annoyed at him. And I was like, that's really pathetic. And then there were these other weird things, like somebody posted this like thing online saying that they just can't help but abuse these cats that their grandkids have, and I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And then there's this article about this guy that like bit his cat's head, and so much that like the cat had to be put down. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with the people in the world? Like even in the UK there's just crazy things that are happening, and how animal abuse is just treated like that the RSPCA will like be the ones to prosecute all of these animal sort of story things, and how the police won't do fuck all about it because they're more like into things like murders and rapes sort of thing. But still, animals that, you know, animal attacks they're the same as humans, and like how animals are being treated just around the world is disgusting. Like the thought of anybody hurting an animal, it just sort of like brings tears to my eyes and really hurts me here, because I could never ever hurt an animal like that, and it's really horrible. It really is horrible. Oh, I received this phone call yesterday around I think it was like around about 5 o'clock in the evening. Didn't know what the number was, but it was a number that was sort of like for the area code around me. And I was like, okay, who is this person ringing? But they left a voicemail, and it's basically because my current agency, this place, Felton & Felton, they are retiring. So a different agency is taken over, and they're called Crown House something. And they basically called me and was like, oh, your landlord would like to know what are your plans for this place? Like, are you planning on staying? Are you planning on going at the end of your 6-month tenancy? Do you want to do another 6 months, or do you want to do another year? And I just sort of like, I run them back and I was like, well, I like this flat. It's close to where I work, it's ideal for me, it's perfect, it's homely, it's a really nice area, it's really quiet around the court. Considering it's all like flats and stuff, I feel like I'm the one that's being the loudest, which is, you know, it sounds bizarre sort of thing. So I just sort of said that I would do another year on for my contract, and I just said if I happen to want to leave a certain month next year, as long as I let you know in advance, that should be fine. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. So, and also letting it out for another year, for me, it's cheaper than doing like a 6 month, then another 6 months sort of thing, because I think I have to pay like a continuing fee, or it's something really small because it's like a contract or something. I'm hoping it's small anyway, that will rip my heart out. And then I sort of like asked the question of like if I can have any animals here, because when I was looking at the property, it didn't mention anything about like no pets allowed, like no smokers, no pets sort of thing. So I was like, can I just query it with them, like would I be allowed any pets? Like would I be allowed, you know, like the biggest thing for me would be, would I be allowed a house cat? And then if I'm not allowed that, then would I be allowed like a small rodent, like a hamster or something? And so I've asked them to query that with the landlord and such. So hopefully when they view the place to do an inspection, they can see that I'm looking after it really well. They'll be able to see if I'd be allowed animals. I mean, I'm hoping I do, because having like a small little companion would, you know, I think it would help me and it'll make me feel better. And I'm told that having an animal, it's a great reducer of stress and anxiety and depression, which I do suffer with, and especially with my job it's very hard going because I'm working with mentally ill service users. So even for me to keep my life separate from that is really tough sometimes. So I have to go into work with this real sort of like headstrong focus where it's about them. Like it's their home that I'm going to, it's them that I'm seeing, it's their lives that I'm trying to make better. And that is my shift. So today I'm doing a sleep shift, so it means I start at 3 PM and I work all the way up to 11 PM, and then I sleep from 11 to 7, and then I'm up pretty much sitting with whoever is awake for the last hour, or if anything needs to get done, like if one of them has to go somewhere and have to be ready by 8, then I can help get them up ready and so on and so forth. So I always like to see like, is there anything in the diary today sort of thing. So I'm not entirely sure, see, because every day is different. So I know like one service user I'll be with because the sleep shift is normally allocated to them, so I know I'll have that allocation. But what I know is that like whenever I have done either a 210 or a sleep-in, the shift goes like that. And I had a 210 and a sleep last week together and it went really fast, and I think I've got 210 tomorrow. So I've literally got to, after I finish work tomorrow morning at 8, I've got to go to my nan's to pick up some like food bits like for shopping and stuff, and then I'm going to drive back here, put it away, and then just sleep, because I never really sleep on a sleep shift. I always have disturbed sleep. I wake up like once or twice because they wake up as well, and I'm a very light sleeper, so anything really light I will wake up to. So that's literally the plan for tomorrow. So I'm just like giving you a little basic plan like for the shift and tomorrow. What I've done today so far, I haven't done any reading. I have edited and uploaded my August wrap up. So that is up and that's scheduled for Saturday because I'm planning on filming a Friday reads. I'm thinking of like starting doing those again. So there is that. So I've got a video scheduled for every day of this week, it will be. So I've edited my September TBR. It's quite a long video, but it's always long because I pick and choose from those books. So, and I'm thinking like as I'm looking at this video, I'm like, this, I don't know, like I might start scrapping what I do with, like what I do with it, if you know what I mean. Like I'm thinking of like keeping my TBR to 10 books and like let that be it. Like I'm thinking of scrapping the 52-week challenge, even the TBR jar challenge. I'm thinking of just using my TBR jars for my own physical books, one for my ebook, one for my adult book, archived review book of both jars, so that's like 5 books, and then maybe leave like the other 5 for like everything else, like 5 books that I want to read during the month. So I might start doing that for October, because with September's TBR, it's just, as I'm watching it, I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. Like there's no way I could ever read all these books, but the thing is I know that, and that's why I'm picking and choosing from them, because if there's one that I'm warming towards, I'm like, oh, I really want to read that all of a sudden, then I will do so. So I don't know how this month's going to go, but I'm thinking of starting that for next month's TBR anyway. So currently reading, I've very nearly finished City of Fallen Angels. I am on a page, I've less than 100 pages left now, 359, chapter 18. I've got that. So what was there? Chapter 18, chapter 19. That's it, 2 chapters. There we go, 2 chapters left. And then when I finish that, guys, I'm going to begin my Read Like a Kit Kat book choice, because I would like to read this along with everybody else, and it would be a shame if I don't read it, because then it'd be like, Katie, you didn't read it. I'd be like, I know. And I have done that in the past with my books because I haven't got around to reading them. So, Children, Blood and Blown by Tomi Adeyemi is very hyped, it's still very hyped at the moment, but I'm very excited to give it a read because it's a different sort of book, like magic and mystery in it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think after this I'll probably read a contemporary, just so that I don't get like genre confused sort of thing, like genre burnout is what I would say, because I've, you know, fantasy paranormal with City of Fallen Angels, and then fantasy magic in this one, so I need something fluffy. So like, yeah, finish off When Dimple Met Rishi, or A Sky Painted Gold. Actually, that's kind of contemporary, like old school vibe. Anyway, so that's my reading plans. That's all that's going to happen today. I haven't got long. I'm gonna leave literally now because I need to take some glass bottles to the recycling before work, so that I can empty those, and then I'll be ready to start my shift. I'm hoping, because I've got 2 massive tubs full of coppers, as in like 2p's and 1p's, I'm hoping that I will be able to be with somebody where I can go and put them in a Coinstar. It'd be really cool to do that, and I feel like they would enjoy doing it as well. So I'm hoping I get that done today, if not sometime this week. The jars are really heavy. So I'm going to go now, and I will talk to you guys very soon, probably at some point tomorrow if I have time, if I'm not sleeping. If not, then I'll try and vlog for you guys anyway. So I will speak to you guys soon. Hey guys, so today is Thursday and I'm back home from work. I did my sleep shift and it sort of like went alright. Like there was a little bit of agitation sort of from 7 o'clock onwards from one of the service users, but they finally settled after 10 when I sorted them. So that's all I can really sort of say on that. So other than that, the shift was okay. I went on a really long walk in one of the allocations actually, nearly a 2-hour walk, which is really good for me and really good for the service user. And I could feel like my muscles killing, but it was good. So I would actually, I'm really tired, but I'm back at work again at 2. So I would actually not even mind going on a walk again. Like, I wouldn't mind going on a walk, another 2-hour walk. Like, I would do it, sort of thing. So who knows what will happen. The time at the moment is 11 o'clock, it's just gone 11 o'clock. So I woke up 7 o'clock this morning. We needed to buy some main essentials for the house. So that'll be milk, bread, butter, some ham. I think that was literally it. Oh, and cheese. So those 5 things. So £45, and we, luckily another colleague of mine was at work, because she's always there at work at like 6:30. So she was like, I'll come with you, I need to get some tobacco anyway. So that was really, really nice that she helped, and I really appreciated that as well, because lugging around like lots of milks, you know. So we put in like 10 milks and like 6 breads and 3 butters, 3 cheeses and 3 hams. So it was just like getting the necessities to last most of the day. So if they want to go proper food shopping, then they can do, but at least they've got it ready for any breakfast time or any snacks before lunch. So I helped do that before everybody came at 8 o'clock. And I bought myself a Belgian bun. It was £1.30, but I was like, oh, after the sleep shift that I did, I've literally had probably 4 hours sleep. Kept waking up during the night, like having these weird and bizarre dreams. I woke up at one point because one of the service users was shouting, and when I officially woke up, I was like, did I dream that, or did he actually shout? But he did. So yeah, I never have a full whack of 8 hours sleep. Like, it took a while for me to settle, so I was like looking around for the bedding at first, and then eventually I found it. So I normally just use the pillowcase for the pillow and the bed sheet, and I literally just use this blanket because I get really hot otherwise, and the blanket is perfect, so I don't have to worry about like the duvet. So there's like less to wash. So yeah, I did the sleep and I did the shop this morning, and then I went straight to my nan's at 8 o'clock. I reported to the person that was PIC that somebody's gone home with one of the car keys, which really doesn't help because another one of the cars has to go in to be looked at. It's got a sort of mechanical issue with it, and as you're aware, I'm in charge of the cars, so it has to go in because it didn't go in on Tuesday on my day off, and thank goodness the person who was in charge rescheduled it. I did ask them, I was like, did it go in? If not, did it get rescheduled? Okay, so it's rescheduled for today. So it needs to go in today, and also one of the service users' vans needs to drive into this place so they can look at the situation, order the parts in, and then give us a quote for it, because it's, you know, it's their van, it's the only vehicle they sort of go into because it's made specially for them, and it means that they can't go to their trampolining session today because of it, and it sucks. And they were going to go on a personal shop yesterday, but their van broke, so that's out of operation, so that needs to be sorted. But me and another one of my colleagues, we've tried to sort it yesterday, and it's going to hopefully be looked at today. So that's 2 vehicles, and this silly person's gone home with his car key, and we don't know who it is because we can't look at the folder that's in the car of who drove it last. So we literally just have to search around who was in yesterday that went in the Kia. Luckily the person who was in charge yesterday is in today, so they can name the person that went in the Kia. So hopefully it's found. It would be good if it is, otherwise they are literally down to 1 car. But the trouble is the cars need to be sorted, and once the Zafira is sorted, I can then book the Peugeot in to be sorted. So that can be sorted because that's due a service. So I'm trying to do and sort the cars one at a time, and then once we get some house money, I can sort the cars being proper, like valeted, so that they can be cleaned like properly cleaned. They all need a real good proper clean, because these cars, they get like dirty so easily. So yeah, it was busy yesterday, and I could tell that the person who was in charge, she's one of the managers, and she's just had 2 weeks off because she's Hungarian, so she went to Hungary for 2 weeks, and she's just come back, and she's just come back into all of the crap. So I could see she was stressed. I was like, do you want some help counting the money? I was like, don't worry, I'm on the sleep, so I can do this person's bath when everyone goes at 8, which I did. I did everything. So I did this person's bath, did the medication at 9 o'clock, and then I helped this service user to bed. And then I fell asleep not long after I actually closed my book. Oh, and I watched my mind really just wanted to watch one BookTube video, which I did. So I'm content. I'm really tired. I'm really tired because of lack of sleep. I know that my body needs at least probably 7 hours sleep, but really it likes 8 hours. So I'm behind on sleep, but I'm off tomorrow, and my doctor's appointment tomorrow isn't until the afternoon. So 2 till 10 shift today. I'll come home at 10. I will be like asleep like straight away, which is a good thing. So I'm not too worried about it, and maybe like going on a walk would really help me. Oh, I've also just taken 2 Cocodamol, so I'm gonna have to tell the person in charge, like, I'm really sorry, but I was in pain. I still kind of am, because it just hurts, really hurts. So I won't be able to do any long drives. So I can do like short drives if they really desperately need somebody. I can just drive like 10 minutes up the road and back. But it's going to make me really drowsy, and I'm starting to feel it now, which it might help me because I need like an hour or so, just a little nap before work. I've had a shower, as you can tell, so that's all done. I'm in fresh clothes, so I am all ready to go. I'm uploading my September TBR. It is a long video, so I'm hoping that it uploads before I go to work. What I might do is I might put the saver thing on. I'll have to keep the internet and the charger switch on for if I leave. It really all depends. I'm hoping it completes its upload before I leave, but I don't have to leave. Like I say, it's 11, 12, 1, so I've got 2 hours and 45 minutes until I have to leave. So anyway, I finished my shift 8 o'clock this morning, so I went straight round to my nan's because I needed to get some essential items, like I needed some toilet bleach. My nan had a lasagna for me to take, and she gave me another small frozen meal to have, which is like sweet chilli. I think it's like sweet chilli pasta. It looks really nice actually. And she grows her own like vegetables and technically fruit, because tomatoes are fruit, so she gave me one of her cucumbers. It's a really small one, but it's an ideal size for me, so I took a cucumber. And what else did I take? I feel like I took one more thing, but I just unloaded it when I got home. But I stayed at my nan's for like an hour or so. I literally had a cup of tea because I bought this Belgian bun whilst I was getting the milk and that. Belinda's next door was selling these bakery things, and my colleague was buying some, and I was like, oh, that Belgian bun is speaking to me, so I bought one. I thought, yeah, I need to treat myself. So I had a cup of tea and a Belgian bun, caught up with my nan for a bit. We had a real good chat, we had a real good laugh. And yeah, left on the hike, came home here and just unpacked all my sleeping stuff. I'm just doing my washing now because I've got my pyjamas from last night and my clothes from yesterday. I see it's quite common actually, but I have a thing where I sweat quite easily. I sweat quite a lot. So I literally will come home from a shift and my socks are soaked, my trousers are soaked, my underwear is soaked, my bra is wet, my t-shirt is wet. I sweat so easily, like within a couple of hours at work I've got like sweat patches. So before I start work I'll probably have like wet clothes anyway. If I just walk into town and back, my clothes are soaked. I over sweat like so much. Which is probably why I've got these like infected glands as it is. So I don't know whether, like, if I end up seeing like a dermatologist, I might like talk to them about this issue. And I'm really annoyed actually, because I got this doctor's appointment, which I had to ring up my surgery to book anyway. I was just like, what is happening? I got told to wait for a phone call or a letter, and I haven't heard anything. And they were like, oh, it says on your records you need to book a routine appointment. I'm just like, why a routine appointment? Like, I'm waiting to see a dermatologist or a surgeon. Like, I've had this for over 2 months now, and I'm just getting so frustrated because it's weakening my immune system. Like, because when a doctor saw me, I was like, I've got this viral infection so easily, and she was like, yeah, because the infection that you've got in your body is weakening your immune system, so you are easily prone to catching like colds and viruses. And I was like, well, this really doesn't help because of living in this flat on my own. So yeah, I can't remember if I told you yesterday, guys, but I spoke to my new letting agency and was asking them about whether I'd be allowed an animal here. So I'm still waiting to hear back from them for that, and I've told them like another year here. And I'm not sure if Ben is getting confused, because I am sort of like waiting for Ben to be ready to move out, for us to move out together. I know like he's got like an issue in his job situation at the moment, so I'm just sort of like, look, I'll hang about here, as soon as you're ready we will go looking. So I was like, let's say sometime next year, it could be late next year. So I told Ben that I like extended my contract for another year, and he was like, oh, if you're going to stay there for another year, I'll go travelling. And I was like, hang on a minute, like, I'm not staying here for a year because, like, I mean, yeah, it's a really nice place, but I'm not staying here because like I really sort of want to be on my own. I'm only staying here like momentarily sort of thing, like it's temporary sort of thing, like until we're both ready, because ideally it would be great if we both live together, because it saves us travelling, because we live like half-hour drive apart. So it just saves us travelling, like me going to his for a couple of days, or even finding the time to see each other, because this week I have no time to see Ben at all, because tomorrow I've got my doctor's appointment and then I'm working the weekend. So sometimes I have to literally wait over a week until I see him. So yeah, so I don't know if, I'm just really confused, like, why he sort of responded like that. Like, I don't know if he is confused and thinks that I want to live here on my own for another year. It's like, no, I'm extending it because I have to, because by October that's my contract finished. So I need to extend it for another year, and if I need to leave a little bit earlier, as long as I give them a month's notice, I'm fine. So I feel like I need to sort of like cover that with him, but like we haven't seen each other in person or sort of gone over it. So the next time I see him in person, I will explain and be like, look, this is my situation, this is my plan. Like, I don't like to plan my future, but also I like to know, because I live on my own, I like to also know where I stand for next year. I'd like to have a goal by next year. So really, my goal is, if Ben is ready, I would love to move out with Ben. Like, that is my goal for next year. And yeah, so that's literally like my main goal for next year. So I literally, I don't know. But I said to him, I was like, look, if you want to travel, it's fine by me. Like, if you'd rather focus on like having a year out and travelling, that's fine. So I think me and Ben need to sit down at some point and sort of talk about what we need to do and want to do next year and what our plans are. I know it's like a year away, but time is going by like that at the moment, and you know, before we know it, it's going to be Christmas and it's going to be 2019, which is horrible. I hate odd numbers so much. Like, I'm one of those people that I really don't like odd numbers. 2019. So it doesn't sound good. Anyway, so that's all I've done today. So I'm just waiting for this video to upload. My washing is being done, so that's all done. I'm up to date. I've got 3 bras that I need to sew now, because, and I'm sorry if you're male and you're watching, but this is the life of a woman and what we have to deal with. But I am fed up of going to work and the wire coming out into my arm, especially where this infection is, it really hurts. And it sort of pokes and I'm just like, ow! And there have been times, especially last year, where I have just been like, sod it, and just pulled the wire out. Like, it's really annoyed me. So I've got 3 bras I need to sew, like the hole up where the wire's sort of poking through. It's finding the effort to do that, because at the moment I am kind of in a reading mood. I do want to have a little nap before work, but I was so close to finishing this book last night, and I've got 1 chapter left. So City of Fallen Angels, I read a chapter last night just so that I can unwind. I'm on page 389, it's literally the last chapter, and there are page 424 pages. So that's what, 24 plus 11? 35? I don't know, my maths is really crap. But somehow I've got by in life. So, chapter of this left. I'm going to finish this before I go to work, and then the next book that I'm starting, I brought it with me yesterday just in case, like, I took ages to unwind before bed, but Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. So I'm reading this next. Like, I am reading it, I'm very excited. It's another big book. This one's even bigger than City of Fallen Angels, because this book has over 500 pages. It's really crazy. Oh my god. Just trying to look to see like the total amount of book. Oh, here we are. So just before the author's note, epilogue, 525. That is massive. It doesn't look that big, does it? Like, it kind of does, but it is literally the same size, near enough, as probably Heir of Fire. In fact, Heir of Fire probably has more pages actually. Crown of Midnight. I don't know, like, Tomi Adeyemi is competing with Sarah J Maas. So 2 to 10 shift. I'm hoping it goes well. I always try to go in really optimistic, and I sort of think like, this is going to be my allocation. I'm ready for it. I literally prepare for like the worst allocation. I'm just like, I'm going to be with this person. This is going to happen. If this happens, this is how I'm going to deal with it. And then most times I actually do end up being surprised, and I'm just like, oh, this hasn't happened. But there are times when it's come true and I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready. Which is the best way to go to work. And I really hate going into a shift and the atmosphere is like dead, it's negative, everyone is feeling really tired, really stressed, and I'm just there like, come on guys. Like, I feel like I'm the one that picks people up, sort of thing. Like, I'm the really happy one that's like, I'm here everyone, woo! Which is probably why the service users jump on me when I come into work. She's a happy person, everyone is negative. Let's go drain it out of Katie. That's probably why I end up being tired at night. I'm better than I used to be. I used to go home from work feeling like crap, and now I'm so much better now. Anyway, this is a really chatty vlog section, so I apologise. I should probably be starting to do like daily vlog sections now, because my weekly vlogs are getting really long. So some weeks they're like an hour long, some weeks they're like half an hour long. Like, it's just very varied. But lately, especially last week's and now this one, they're more chatty. So let me know down below in the comments if you are still watching. If you are, honestly guys, like, it means a lot. But if you are still watching, please let me know down below in the comments if you would like me to do daily vlogs or keep it going as weekly, like 1 hour, hour and a half or less vlogs, like keeping it the same. Because really it's down to you guys. If you prefer like daily vlogs for me to like do a video daily, and that's fine by me, because I can always sort of like, it probably won't be up like every day. Like, you know, like for example, Tuesday morning you've got Monday's vlog, Wednesday morning you've got Tuesday, because of my work schedule and because sometimes I stay over at Ben's. So, I mean, I can try. I mean, I can always, I suppose, film on my phone and upload it that way, just a really short vlog. But yeah, just Let me know your thoughts, if you want daily vlogs, half weekly vlogs, or full on weekly. You'd rather watch like a movie vlog or a TV episode. It depends, honestly guys. Like sometimes they are short, sometimes I don't have a lot to say, sometimes I'm too busy, sometimes not a lot happens. But today's been really chatty because sometimes I just have a lot of thoughts in my head, and I like talking to you guys. I'm talking to you like I'm talking to a normal person, which is why I feel so natural in front of the camera. Because like some of you guys might be like, why? Like she talks like she's talking to a person, but she's talking to a camera lens. But yeah, I just feel comfortable just talking to you guys. So let me know your thoughts anyway, what you guys would prefer. Oh my god, like I'm subscribed to so many booktubers now that my watch later list, I got a watch later 2018 list, is getting very close to 3,000 videos now. And I don't watch a lot every day just because of time. So I don't know whether to try and put it into like a daily schedule of watching booktube videos for like either half an hour or an hour. So maybe I will take my headphones with me to work and watch some later, like between 8 and 9 or something like that, when they're all eating their supper. I don't know, I can watch them like with, I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know. Like it all depends. Like literally just depends like how chilled out people are and stuff. But if there's a repeat of last night that happens tonight, who knows? I'm just tired. I'm gonna go now guys, because already it's reading as 22 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm so sorry, this section is so long. Anyway, I'm gonna go. That's my plan for the day. So I will speak to you guys tomorrow to let you know everything that happened for today and what my plans are for Friday. Hey guys, so today is Friday and I just want to update you on everything that happened yesterday as well as so far today and my plans for the rest of the day. So yesterday I went off to do my 2 to 10 shift, and I was hoping that I would have time to sort of like drop off some glass bottles into the recycling, but I didn't. I was running out of time, and so I ended up going into Ringwood to do a little bit of shopping, and then I also pretty much, the shift was okay, but I received some really sad news. And basically I asked my letting agency if I would be able to have any pets, like even if it's like a small pet, like a hamster or something, and they left a voicemail whilst I was at work saying that I'm not allowed any pets whatsoever, no matter the size, even really small. And it really put a downer on my day, and it really depressed me, and I had like 4 hours sleep from like the sleep hour shift, because I never sleep on the shift, and like with lack of sleep and then like this really horrible news hitting me, and then just the shift, and then by the time I got home I was so stressed and angry, I just wanted to go to bed. So I just turned my phone off and just literally went to bed. Like I didn't want to do anything, like I didn't want to read, I didn't want to watch anything. I just laid in bed and was like, I'm so tired, I'm so frustrated, and I just want to get away from this problem right now. And eventually, it didn't take long because I was that tired, I fell asleep. And then I woke up like around 7, stupidly today. Then I fell asleep again, and I woke up around, I think it was like, well, it was near to 10 o'clock I think. So I had a couple more hours sleep and I feel a bit more revived, but I still feel exhausted, and I feel that that's also because I was quite depressed, and depression really is mentally exhausted. So I just feel mentally exhausted, because I remember when I went to my eye talk and they were saying that when you say like, oh, I got 4 hours this day and 3 hours this day, so on this day I'm gonna have a big mega lie-in to catch up on my sleep, and they were saying that that is all a myth. No, I never knew that. I honestly thought, hey, if I sleep, like have a long lie-in, I will feel better. But they were like, no, you just literally need like your daily amount of sleep. So, you know, I've technically had that but I just feel mentally exhausted. I haven't eaten anything yet and it's like 2:10. But I've got up and I got dressed. My appointment is at 3:48 at the doctor's today. I haven't done a lot today, I've mostly procrastinated. However, I did end up finishing City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I could have finished it last night, but because of the mood that I was in, I honestly couldn't. So it's finished now, and I think I'm gonna rate it like 5 out of 5 because I really liked it. And there were points where I was just sort of like getting annoyed at characters, but then when things were sort of like explained in the end, I sort of like understood why certain people said stuff. But there were still like a couple of characters that, I don't know, behaved really sort of silly, but I could kind of understand their reasons for being like that, because I suppose of personal reasons, like Alec, for example, was being a little bit childish, but however I could understand exactly why he was being that way. And then with Jace sort of being really withdrawn, I could understand that because I've had other males do that with me, so I could understand. But it felt like it was quite a filler of a book because not a lot happened action wise. There's this mystery of these shadow hunters going missing and being killed. And there's also other side story things going on as well. And then a lot of action sort of like happens, like I'd say like 3/4 in the book and towards the end, and the ending, it does end on a cliffhanger, which does lead me to want to reread City of Lost Souls, but I need to reread, well not even reread, I need to read Clockwork Prince because I'm reading it in publication order. So yeah, I've got it finished now, so that's good, because I had that book on my TBR to reread. I think 2 or 3 TBRs I had it on, so it feels like a relief to have got it read. So the next book, as I have mentioned at the beginning, is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Very excited to read it, but I'm also quite wary because it's very hyped. So I'm just going to go into it, hopefully with no sort of hyped expectations, and just simply read it like as I'm reading it. I'm not going to read it and be like, everybody loved this so I must love it. I'm going to go into it and read it and be like, I'm going to read it and just see what I think, and try and go in with that sort of plan. So after my doctor's appointment, well, I don't really know what's going to happen at the doctor's, so I can't really say, but I know that I will come home from it and I just want to chill for the rest of the evening, so I think I'm going to do some reading after my doctor's appointment until dinner time, and then I'll have my dinner, which I'm planning on having some lasagna with some salad, which should be really nice. So I'll have some lasagna and salad, and then I will probably play on my PS4 of Final Fantasy 15 because I haven't played for the past few days because of work. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing those sort of things. So really I just want to have a chilled and relaxed day because I'm working this weekend, and it's going to be busy because our weekends usually are, but I'm going to always, as always, be like optimistic and positive and that sort of thing. So that's all really that's happened, and that's all really that I've got planned for the day. So what I will do, guys, is I will see you guys pretty soon, updating you on everything that I managed to get around to doing it today. So I've just come back from the doctor's, and the time is now like 25 to 5, and I saw the doctor. She was just checking up on my lumps. It's still there, I mentioned it's still sore, and I've been given some new antibiotics for this special sort of skin thing. Let's just quickly show you the antibiotics I'm on now. These ones here, Lymecycline capsules. So I've got to take 1 a day, and I've got 2 more repeat prescriptions. So it basically means I've got this antibiotic for 3 months, and my doctor just sort of said, like, if it's not gone or like changed within then we'll look at like
other ways. We've also got this gel to apply twice a day, which my nan's going to collect tomorrow because they didn't have it in today. So my nan's going to collect it, so I'll get it from my nan. So I've just taken my first tablet, and I was looking at the side effects because I was like, hopefully this isn't going to affect like my work and stuff. It's basically the same sort of side effects as any other antibiotic has, which it's like nausea, diarrhea. It's basically what I pretty much got with the last antibiotics I was on, feeling sick from both ends. So I've got that to look forward to now. So I'm hoping I don't get any massive like side effects and stuff, but I'm feeling really tired and dizzy. Like, I don't know if that's just because, I don't know if it's because it's psychologically in my head or not. It probably is, but I'm starting to feel really tired. I've just uploaded my Friday Reads video for the weekend, so I'm just gonna make sure that's up on YouTube. Sorry, I've just taken some tea. I just made a tea when my nan came over and didn't get time to drink it. She managed to drink hers, but mine, just not. So yeah, I'm just literally going to settle down, do a little bit of reading. I ate food quite late, so I'll probably eat my dinner quite late. And then I think I'm going to play some Final Fantasy 15 in a couple of hours time for the evening. So yeah, Children of Blood and Bone is my next read. So I'm going to begin that. I'm always nervous when I start new books, so I'm hoping I'm gonna like it. So I'm gonna go for now, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
Hey guys, it's Saturday, so I'm just here to let you guys know what's happened recently, as well as my plans for the rest of the day. So yesterday I had off work and I managed to have some dinner. For dinner I had some lasagna, salad with some sweet potato fries, and then I gained from pretty much 7 to a little bit just after 9, so nearly enough like 2 hours. But I felt really good, even though I did like some side quests, because I realised that I'd forgotten some side quests. I was going to continue on with the main quest, but I hadn't done the side quests in the area that I need to do before moving on. So I'm just working my way through that. I will be playing some more today after dinner again. However, I'm mostly going to be focusing on levelling up Noctis, on fishing up to level 10, because there's 2 quests I need to do where I need to catch 2 fish, and you've got to be at like maximum level sort of thing. So I need to do some hunting quests because I need to get some money, and then I will do the fishing quest. So I'm just sort of going to be doing that, and then if I have time I'll do like other quests, but I'm going to try and play for a bit. So I have started Children of Blood and Bone. I started it last night before I went to bed, and I read one chapter. I read chapter 1, and then I listened to chapter 2 on audiobook before I was starting to fall asleep. So I listened and read 2 chapters, which is good. And then today I started chapter 3, and I just started listening to the audiobook on the way home. So I will say that I'm on page 34 at the moment through Children of Blood and Bone, so not far through. I'm here. I completely forgot that I was only working a shorter shift today. I was only working 8 till 4. However, I am working Sunday as well as Monday. Sunday I'm working an 8 to 8, and Monday I'm working a 2 to 10. I was going to be on a night shift like this weekend. However, I managed to swap with a colleague who likes doing night shifts, so that I work the day shifts, which I'm preferable to. So it was a win-win. So next week I've still got 3 days off, so it doesn't matter to me, and I need to work anyway, so it doesn't bother me so much. So what am I going to do for the rest of the day? Because my shift, it was okay actually. I feel really tired. I'm not joking guys, I woke up this morning 10 seconds before my alarm went off. It was so weird and freaky. I woke up and then like 10 seconds later my alarm goes off and I'm like, that is weird. And oh, it took about 10 minutes for me to get out of bed. I sat up and was like, right, I'm gonna get up, and then I just sort of like put my books at the end of my bed, and then I sort of pulled the cover over me and we're like, oh, just 5 more minutes. So it ended up being like 7 before I actually got up and was like, no, I need to go because I need to have a shower, which I did. And the shower did kind of help wake me up. I just needed that shower. But the shower, bloody hell, like the flat must have been really cold. It must have been really cold last night because the flat was cold. And the steam from the shower spread through the whole of the flat. Like all of the windows were steamed up. So I was like, shit. So for 10 minutes I just opened all windows and let it de-steam a bit, and I was like, oh, throughout the day today it's gonna de-steam anyway, which it has. I've come back to the flat and it's de-steamed anyways. The hot air has gone and it's cooled down. And I just opened a window as well. I'm doing my washing of my work clothes as well as yesterday's clothes, and I think my pyjamas from the night before. But either way, there's a small load. I only put it on a quick wash. I just did like a couple of days worth, and it's like a 26-minute wash or 40 degrees, and I just put it through. And it's just easier for me if I just do smaller loads, because then I put it out on the clothes horse, and then within like 2 days it's fully dried. So it doesn't bother me, and in my mind I know it's done and there's no dirty clothes lying around the house. It's just done. So I've done that really. So really I'm just going to relax for the rest of the day. I think I'm going to finish chapter 3. I am really enjoying this book so far though, definitely. It's definitely got a vibe, and I totally recommend the audiobook because the woman that is narrating it, she's got the voice of like the character, because she has got the voice of the theme, like, because obviously these people have sort of like makes you feel like a sort of like African vibe to it, but that's just how I feel like it is. And this woman that's reading it, she's just got some sort of like African vibe to her voice, and it's really good. Like her voice fits the names of the characters because the characters talk in that sort of way, so it's really, really cool. Obviously it's a made up world, like, because you've got the map here and it's completely made up. Like, these don't exist, they're literally like made up. It's like a made up map, a bit like, you know, in the Throne of Glass series. So yeah, but it's definitely got that vibe to it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I had a book come in the mail today, came home, and my gel came, which they didn't have in stock yesterday, so my nan managed to collect it and she walked over here and posted it for me, which is brilliant. And then I recycled some bottles. I've got one more bag to do, but I did that after work. I just drove into the car park, which is just on the way back to my flat. I got some fuel, then I drove and recycled a bag of glass bottles, and then I drove back here. And I came back to, because I opened up an account with Wish, and you get like a free gift where you just have to pay shipping. So I got this like wireless earpiece thing for like 40p postage. It was ridiculous, I couldn't believe it. So I was like, I'll just get it and then we'll see how long it takes to arrive. Anyway, so that's come. So I've managed to, from Wish, I ordered things that I needed. And so I've ordered this DVD player that you plug into the USB of your laptop, so I can play DVDs on my laptop in my room, so that way I don't need a TV. If it works, it'll be brilliant and I won't have to worry about it. I can watch movies in bed, so that'll be awesome. And I've ordered a foot detox pad that you put on your feet. I think the pack is actually 10 of them. You literally leave them on your feet and then you take them off, and they are meant to have like, it takes like the toxins out of your feet, and they can come out black or brown. So I want to see how it works with my feet. And then I also ordered a foot sort of foot socks like I had before, where you put your feet in them for an hour and then you take them off, and then for the next like 2 weeks they just peel and you got new skin. So I've got hard skin at the moment, so I need to do it, and it does say you should do it once a month, so you get like new feet every month, and it was really cheap. I just had to pay postage for those 2 things. And then I ordered this detox tea. There's like 2 packs of them, and they were like, I think £1 or £2 each. I just had to pay shipping for those. So all in all, for all of those things, I just had to pay, I think, £23 including shipping, which is really good, like in my opinion, like for several items of stuff. So that's probably going to take like 2 to 3 weeks to arrive, which is fine because I know that it's cheap because it's from like those sort of really cheap countries. So it doesn't bother me how long it takes, I will wait for it. But yeah, this earpiece arrived, so it's proof that they do send stuff. So it's the first time I've used them, so I'm really excited. So the book that came in the mail today, I was actually weirdly enough thinking about this. It was either today or yesterday. I was like, I haven't received that book that they said they were going to send, because I got an email and was like, would you be interested? And I was like, well yeah, because I'm going to be reading the first book in the series, so yeah. And it sounds really good. And yeah, I hadn't heard from them in ages, so I didn't know. I was like, oh, they've either forgotten or they're not going to send it. Anyway, it arrived out of the blue, and this is Imposters by Scott Westerfeld, which is his brand new book. It is now released because it came out on the 6th of September, so they must have sent it on release date or something. So they probably had a little embargo thing where they could only send it on release date. But this is I think it's like a spin-off book, but it's from the World of the Uglies world by Scott Westerfeld. But I do have Uglies on my TBR to read for the year, so that's why I said yes to this. But I don't know if you have to read the Ugly series in order to read this. That one I haven't worked out yet because I don't know the names of the characters. So I could read the first book of Uglies and then go from there, but it just says Imposters returns to the world of the best-selling series Uglies, where everyone has a compulsory operation when they turn 16, making them supermodel beautiful with big eyes, full lips, no one is fat, no one is too skinny. So yeah, but I've got this now, so it sounds cool. And on the front of this book it says, what and who are you willing to sacrifice for your family? So because it's a review book, what I might do is I might put Uglies onto my TBR, I might jump it and put it on my TBR and then go from there, because I'm trying to focus on review books, and then I'll try and fit Uglies somewhere into my Emoji-thon TBR. So I'll try and fit that somewhere. In the Emoji-thon TBR, this is a book I'm reading for my free book. Like you get like one where you can just read whatever the hell you want, so I thought, hey, this is perfect because this is my book club read, and I didn't know if I was going to be reading this or not because I didn't know what everyone was going to pick for September, and I'm loving it. So that's the plan. So the plan is to read until dinner, which is probably going to be like a late dinner because I had a sandwich at 3 o'clock, and I've already had my antibiotic as well. And I think I'm going to start using my gel probably tonight. I'll put it on before bed. I'll just double check because I haven't read the leaflet yet if that's when I have to take it. So I will read the leaflet to see if it's morning and night, like as soon as I get up and as soon as I go to bed. If so, I'll put it on before I go to bed and I'll start it tonight because I want this bloody lump to go, or these bloody lumps, because I've got one here and one here. They feel a little bit sore at the moment, but I think that's just because I've been sweating. I went on a 1 hour and 45-minute walk today, which is really good. It's really good for me. I can tell you on my Stepometer thing, today so far I've done 15,018, which equates to 837 calories. So that's my sandwich. So I basically got that, so that's really good. And realistically, if I can go on a walk on every shift, I'd be happy. So I might actually like tell them on Sunday and be like, put me on a walk for 2 hours or 1 hour 45. I would do it. Same allocation, I'm doing it. I'm up to myself. So yeah, reading until dinner, whenever dinner's going to be, playing on Final Fantasy to do those small little tasks, and then I'm winding for the evening, and then I'm ready for work tomorrow for my long day shift. So that's my plans, that's what's happened, that's my plans. So it's been a chatty sort of vlog. I'm going to go off to film this to be in my September book haul, so that's done and out of the way. And I will sort putting uglies onto my emoji-thon. I might actually refilm an emoji-a-thon TBR and be like, emoji-a-thon revised TBR, just so that people know what I'm reading for the emoji-thon, because I've changed a lot of books around because of review books. So I'm going to have a look at my emoji-thon TBR, fit uglies into it, and then film a video, I think, and go from there. So that's it from today's vlog. I hope you guys are doing okay for Saturday. One more day left of the vlog, guys, and then Monday I'll wrap it up. And I'm thinking of trying to structure my week a bit better, like by having the Friday reads on the Friday, which covers a Friday and the weekend for my reading. So that's my Friday video, and I'm going to try and have that set. And then I'm thinking on Monday to do a TBR video, so my weekly TBR, letting you know what I'm currently reading and what I plan on reading for the week. And maybe I'm going to try and do that, and then I can put the vlog up on a Tuesday or Wednesday, or it doesn't really matter when the vlog goes up really during the week, because it's reflecting the week before. So yeah, I think that's my plan. So I'm going to head off now, guys. Sorry it's been a long section for Saturday, but most of you guys seem to enjoy me chatting my head off. I can talk for England. I should be a radio presenter. I could literally just talk, and then they'd probably fire me for just talking too much. They'd probably get way too many complaints. But hey ho, that is life. I'm going to jump off now, guys, and I will speak to you guys soon. Hey guys, so I'm just here to wrap up the weekly reading vlog for you guys from last week. And basically I am actually filming on Wednesday evening, because I actually haven't been vlogging much this week, so I'm wrapping up quite late. So the last thing that I did, I worked the weekend. So I worked one short day early and then one long day. So basically after my Sunday shift I went straight to Ben's dad's little summer house. That's why I didn't vlog for that. And then I stayed there, and then I went straight to work Monday, which is why I didn't vlog Monday. And then I went home Monday evening, back to the summer house Monday evening, and I had Tuesday off, so I spent my Tuesday there, and then I went straight to work today, which is Wednesday. So that's why I haven't been vlogging, and that's why I'm so late wrapping up last week's weekly reading vlog. And also my videos have just gone a bit doolally, because I was also planning on doing like other videos as well, like a weekly TBR, but because I have mostly been spending my time with Ben this week, I haven't been reading so much. And the same with the weekend. I literally did all I did in my Saturday sort of talk of what I did Saturday. So that is literally all that happened Sunday. I just worked, and then I came home here and I collected all of my bits and clothes and stuff for Sunday night and for Monday, like for shift at work. But then Ben was like, come home Monday evening after work if you can. And so I had to go home Monday after work, and then I collected another set of clothes for Tuesday. So it's been really nice and laid back, but you'll find more about that sort of stuff in my next week's reading vlog. So I just wanted to wrap up and say I didn't do any more reading, and I have done more reading since then, but if I remember clearly I was in chapter 5 or chapter 4. I was around 50 pages into Children of Blood and Bone, so reading wise that's where I've been. I have been listening to the audiobook, so I remember getting to about chapter 5 by that time, because I commuted. It's a very, very short drive. It's only like a 5-minute drive to Ben's dad. He literally is up the road. And so I listened to like, so it'd be 5 and then 15 and then, yeah, so 15 minutes. So yeah, literally chapters, so it's about that. So yeah, that's all that's literally happened this week. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's reading vlog. Next week is probably going to be really short as well because I'm only just starting to vlog on the Wednesday. But you know, things happen and different sort of things happen and that sort of thing. So that's it from me. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up just so that I know that you guys did enjoy this video, and if there's any other videos you'd like me to do, then let me know down below as well. Let me know what you guys managed to get up to last week, as well as what you guys are currently reading at the moment, and I will see you guys next week. Keep smiling, keep reading and be happy. All my social media links will be linked down below, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!